Everything that can be implemented using CSS finally should be done with CSS. I'll show you how to create a simple game using CSS and a bit of JavaScript. Hi, let's talk today about interaction between CSS3 and JavaScript. We'll use them in order to create a simple game. I'm Anatol, and you are watching the good part of the front-end development. As you saw in the previous episodes, the idea of this game is pretty simple: to find two identical figures. The figure's shape and direction of rotation does matter. This shape and direction are implemented as two different classes in CSS. Therefore, for both figures, I push these classes into an array in order to compare them. Also, I add a red ribbon, it's a timer, and use its transitionend event in order to stop the game when time is run out. So, the game logic is simple enough, and we can easily implement it in JavaScript. Let's dive in the code. A starter script with variables, listeners and utility functions set up already. Create a closeBoard function. It hides a playboard and everything on it. Create an openBoard function. It sets initial values, shows a ready message, and generates figures using generateChips function with 1 second delay. Create a check for duplicate function. It compares a class list of 2 selected chips and starts next round when these classes are equal, or ends the game calling gameOver function. Now let's create all these functions. GenerateChips function puts the figures on a playboard. This function randomly generates for each figure its position and style. Choose figure style from the list of classes. Store the created element in a text variable. After completion of the cycle, function updates DOM and adds event listeners for each new element created during the cycle. Create a next round function. It calls generateChips function and redraw a playboard. Also, this function increases the quantity of figures on a playboard. Create a GameOver function, the last one. I use a cube data structure to keep the score list. I was talking about that in one of the previous episodes. Put new scores, hide all figures on the playboard and show GameOver message. At the end, show the score table. Let's play. So, that's all. With a combination of different CSS properties and a bit of JavaScript, you can create your own simple fancy game. Easy, isn't it? My code is available on GitHub, documentation is available in the internet. Follow the links if you're eager to get more. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and watch other episodes. This is all for this week. Thanks for watching and dive deeper.